Welcome, my peeps, my peoples. Peep Squad is in the building, baby. So let's get into this situation. Let's talk about Real Housewives of Potomac after show and the things that the lady said. And you guys tell me what you think. So let's talk about Wendy. Wendy believes that she has a bunch of friends on this show, but she really doesn't, because they would not allow her to have that forehead hair. They wouldn't do that to her, and they would have told her to change her sew and weave, or they would have said, oh, don't say that on camera. So I don't know if you really have any friends, but she is in the amen section as usual, because this show is going to catapult her life and her career, and she's going to finally make the money that she wants to make. So it is what it is. Let's get into Ashley. Ashley is basically sticking up for her husband Michael, because the ladies are coming for Michael because he was not too thrilled or excited that Juan was going to propose to Robyn. And so she's trying to clean up, she's trying to clean it up as usual. She's always sweeping up behind her husband. He takes it and just does whatever he wants. He makes a mess. He throws things around. He's just, out of control. He be doing the most on TV. He's at his wife's job acting a complete plum fool. I know Ashley does not go to his place of business and act up at all, but Ashley felt the need to come out and defend her husband and basically say the reason why he wasn't so supportive is because why all of a sudden does Juan want to marry Robyn? They've been cohabitating and living together for years. Why all of a sudden? And she is saying that her husband believed that Juan was pressured to marry, Robyn. And it's probably for a storyline. He could probably have a point. But you know what, Michael? You do too much. And you stay in everybody's business. And you're always doing too much. And you just stay just embarrassing your wife all day, every day. So it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think about that situation. So Michael feels that Juan was pressured to propose to Robyn, maybe for a storyline, or he was forced to. Maybe there was an ultimatum. But people were saying that Michael was just too friendly, and he was complimenting men. He complimented Juan, and then also Eddie, Wendy's husband. So everybody's giving him the side eye because allegedly he was going around grabbing booties, even though no charges were filed against Michael Darby. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. And so we get to Gizelle and Robyn. They're one and the same. Robyn, you better pick your own personality. You better get it together, because if they have to choose down the middle, should they keep Robyn or should they keep Gizelle? If there's ever a competition between y'all with the network, they're going to pick Gizelle, because Gizelle is Robyn, Robyn is Gizelle, and there's no personality to you. So you better, start doing something so you can get some type of attention and people can, distinguish you from Gizelle, because it always comes down with whoever they want to let go, they let go. And if they don't have a reason to keep you, keeping you is like keeping Gizelle, And if Giselle's not around, then what is your identity on the show? How do you stand out? So you better get it together, Robyn. So Robyn has some things to say, baby. Robyn and Gizelle has some things to say. They was feeling a certain type of way, when it comes to the situation about Monique Samuels and also, Michael Darby. So basically, when it comes down to the situation, Gizelle is feeling a certain type of way. She doesn't understand why Michael was so concerned, and, he was all up in the business whether Juan was going to propose, to Robyn or not. And she also says that Michael, has something special. He has some special feelings when it comes to Juan. I was like, and she's insinuating that, Ashley's husband is attracted to Juan and like Juan. She's not talking about a brotherhood. She's not talking about friends or bros or anything. She's being very nasty, talking about somebody else's relationship, when at the reunion, we know that Monique Samuels is going to drop some receipts that your alleged ex-husband and boyfriend, alleged telephone man in your phone living through there, is possibly, cheating on you, and he has a whole nother life in Atlanta with some of the people that attend his church. But she got to get it how she can get it. And so she's being very judgmental as well, and she's throwing shade at Ashley because Ashley didn't fall with them to ice out Monique, even though Monique tried to ice out Candiace. So, And also, Gizelle says, I thought he would put his feelings aside and be happy for Juan. So basically, she's saying that Michael feelings, he was out of control with the way that he was acting and behaving. He should be happy for, Robyn. And he should be happy for Juan that he's getting married. Michael don't got to be happy for nobody. But you taking them shots. So you guys let me know what you think about that situation. And also, Robyn, she says the opposite. She says maybe Michael felt like since Juan did not tell him anything, then it can't be true. So, but she was also making faces when Gizelle was insinuating that Michael has a special feelings for Juan. So, Shay, baby. It is what it is. I was like, But Robyn is happy that, her storyline ended the season. There was an altercation at her engagement party, which there was something that possibly was plotted between Gizelle and Robyn to have Candiace go off on Karen, and then Ashley too, because Ashley and Karen has not fallen into line with their plans of, icing out Monique, and for Karen and Ashley to do away with Monique. And also, Robyn begins to say that she is very disappointed that Candiace did not get anything. She didn't get any closure, no jail time, no apology, no nothing. And she feels very sorry for Candiace. Then Gizelle jumps in and she says, the judge perspective, he sees these two women on reality TV shows and basically probably think that, they signed up for fighting and arguing on reality TV. She's talking about something that she has no idea what she's talking about. When someone presses charges, the district attorney, takes on the case. You have them filing the charges and agreeing that these charges can stick. So therefore, but the problem is Monique had representation. So therefore, no one is just going to sit around and let somebody take them down. They're going to defend themselves and get an attorney if they can afford one, unless they are Feeney Shakur and they're able to defend themselves in court. But if somebody's bringing charges and allegations against you and you can possibly face time, you need to get an attorney. But are you supposed to just show up to court and be like, what happened, Your Honor? Nope, that didn't happen. No, you're supposed to get somebody to have knowledge of, the law and the legal system. So therefore, you don't go to jail. So when it comes to Gizelle, she's feeling like the judge basically threw it out because he probably thought that they wasn't even a real situation because they signed up for it because it's reality TV. And also Gizelle says, I feel so bad that Candiace is not winning. She didn't win anything. There's no jail time. There's no apology. There's no respect. She didn't win anything. And also she did not get the chance, and you didn't get the chance, and Robyn didn't get the chance to remove Monique from the show. And they both said that they didn't want Monique to face jail time, Robyn and Gizelle. But I highly doubt that. That would have been the twinkle in their eye if that would have had happened, because they were doing everything to make sure they drag Monique's name down in the mud, and also, dogged out Ashley and Karen because they didn't choose a side. You don't have to choose a side when you're an adult and you're mature. You don't have to do that. I'm your friend and I'm your friend. You guys are having a situation, well, it doesn't involve me. But anyways, so that was the situation with them. I was like, they could be shady anytime they want to be shady. They are too much. And let's get to Candiace. Candiace, she has something to say, and she basically felt like this situation is just terrible. It's like a musical, story. Like she just said, like it's just so ironic. It's just so crazy, that it's just awful. And then Wendy, forehead hair, she started to laugh and make, a really ignorant and arrogant, loud sound, so she can get some attention too when she don't got no friends on the show. Doesn't Candiace sell hair? How come she made sure, how come nobody told you that you don't supposed to wear a whole sewing for the whole season? So, she's always doing too much. But Candiace is really hurt, and she says that she just doesn't understand how things change. One moment, everything was good and people had empathy, but it just seems like everything changed. And she said this situation, when it comes to Monique Samuels, is very comical because, she's basically saying that Monique came out here, with a song dissing her. And so she's feeling a certain type of way about that situation because this is just comical. She feels like she's being teased, she's being taunted, and she's not garnering the attention that she thought that she would as a victim. And it's just the sad thing is people don't see her as a victim because of some of her behaviors, the things that she said, and the anger, the frustration, the cussing, the swearing, and making someone choose a side, and then having Gizelle, Robyn, and Wendy guide you, even though you are a grown, intelligent young woman. It's just like your mother should have took that position, not these ladies, and you should have made your own decision on how you felt. And also, instead of being angry and mad, it should have been a lot more tearing and a lot more crying, and actually sit down with Monique and say, Monique, this is what you did to me. I thought you was my sister. I thought that, we was going to be close forever, and to have you hurt me like this, to have you put your hands on me, it hurts the most because it came from you and you're supposed to be my friend. And then carry yourself with security guards too and cry and just say, I'm just so hurt because I never thought that I would actually be a victim, and my accuser and the person that assaulted me was a friend that I shared so much with and was a brown skinned woman like me, and I just feel very betrayed. And you should have kept that storyline instead of trying to force Karen to choose a side. And people just really got agitated because it seems like you were part of the plan to ice out Monique, and it wasn't even your idea, but you're taking the brunt of it. And that's why people don't identify with you as the victim. They think that you're an aggressor. And also, people go through your messages on Instagram and your text messages, and it's so mean and so nasty after the incident with Monique, and then almost get into an altercation with the Grand Reaper Michael Darby. A lot of people starting to see that, what, I don't like it. And that's sad because you are a victim, and it is what it is. You got you really got mollywopped. So it is what it is with that situation. But we also have Gizelle and Robyn say that they don't think, they're not surprised that the charges were going to be dropped because the situation with Candiace wasn't really a big deal because there was not really that much damage involved. So now they are saying that there wasn't that much damage done at all, and so therefore why should I knew she was gonna get off, but the whole time you have Gizelle running around with a bodyguard and refusing to film with Monique, but yet they're saying that the damage that was done to Candiace wasn't even that serious, it wasn't even that bad. I was like, damn, okay, we see what's going on. It's a scary situation. And so, right now, Candiace just feels like she's working on her own closure. It would have been nice if you sat down and you just kept, anytime you came around Monique, just express how you feel, get nervous, shaky, just basically to let people know that you were hurt, you was injured, you got anxiety behind the situation, but all we seen was something different. So, Candiace is not surprised, but she's going to keep pushing on, and she's getting closure herself. And when she says she's getting closure, I don't know if that closure is going to last for next season. What a crazy situation. And we have Wendy always doing the most as usual. And then we have Miss Monique. Monique is basically happy that the charges was dropped and she's not facing any charges. And you have Karen Huger in the background on the after show. They show a clip of her and she's saying the charges was dropped. So Monique is happy that the charges are dropped. And she's also happy that she was in Mexico and Portia Williams was there to celebrate, her charges being dropped. And plus, she says Portia Williams has been in an altercation too before on TV, which is Kenya Moore and also Cynthia Bailey. She said, you know, her and Portia really bond together. The charges was dropped and she's moving forward. So you guys let me know what you think about this situation. I was like, Mo ain't playing with the situation. She was just like, the charges has been dropped. So you guys let me know what you think about the situation. And Robyn is like, I ain't surprised that the charges are dropped. I ain't surprised because that wasn't that much damage, Lord. But you was acting like it was the end of the world on the season to get you a storyline. Sadness.